All right, Apostle. I guess you'll mute you'll get the participants in.
Yep.
All right, excellent. Come on, let's turn those faces up, man. Let me see some smiles. Let me see some smiles in these cameras. We're about to have some fun. Every single one of you is branding or building a multi-million-dollar business. Don't be shy of getting on camera. All right, let's go ahead and get on camera. Let's have some fun. All right, and if you got background noise, let's go ahead and put yourself on mute because it's called will be recorded. All right, so we're about to get started very, very shortly. Put some ones in the chat if you was feeling that. Come on, let's put some fire in this chat, right? All right, so we're gonna get started. I'm gonna jump to it. For those who don't know, it's 9:04. Should I give the latecomers 30 seconds, 60 seconds? What you think?
Yep.
Somebody said yep. All right. What I want you to do is put in the chat the business and the industry you in. All right. Again, follow directions, right? Put in the chat the business and the industry you in. And number two, put in how long you've been doing it. Right? I don't care if it's 2 days. I don't care if it started 10 seconds ago. Put how long you've been doing it. And then number three, as business owners, I want you to start thinking like and have a corporate crush. Hold on, let me mute somebody. Hold on 1 second. All right, as business owners, I want you to start thinking big. Think bigger than whatever industry you're in, right? Find a business or a mentor or someone who's successful in your space, and I want you to mirror that. Those individuals already planned for 2024, right? So for your individual business, your brand, I want you to put in the chat, what's your 2024 business revenue? All right, what's your 2024 business revenue? Because we got to start thinking, big. Well, let's get started. For those who don't know me, someone invited you to chat for a simple reason. You own a business and you want to learn how to scale and expand your business using Facebook, using social media, using automation, right? Here's what this presentation will not be. I'm not going to sell you anything. I'm simply going to share tools that I personally use for my solar business and I've been using for the last 9 months that scaled my business to over 100,000 in proposals. I'm going to share with you tools that individuals, whether it's in real estate industry, whether it's in insurance, whether it's in retail, whether you're a business coach, you're looking for clients, have scaled their business to thousands of dollars using simple tools that every single one on this call, I don't care if you're a novice to social media, I don't care if you're brand new, I don't even care if you don't have a Facebook, right? We're going to teach you and walk you through how to scale your business using automation. All right, so put in the chat what industry you in. I see some beautiful numbers, 800,000. Shelly the coach, I love it, right? $400,000, I love it, all right? Look at that. That's what I'm talking about, right? Give yourself a round of applause. So we're going to jump right to it. For those who don't know me personally, my name is Hans Petithomme, right? I've done it, right? So my current profession, which I've done for the last 2 decades, is in the banking and the finance space. I started my career in New York City as an insurance advisor, right? Working with a beautiful company called Northwestern Mutual. From there, I went on to private banking, Wachovia Securities, then Bank of America, then Wells Fargo, right? And currently, as I sit, I'm talking to you, I'm a vice president for JP Morgan Chase, helping diverse businesses scale. So I'm using 2 years of experience, 2 decades of experience in teaching multi-million-dollar companies how to scale, how to create brand, how to create strategies, right? That's my day-to-day. Along my 2 decades in banking, I learned a few things. I tell my clients all the time, I learned more from them than they actually learned from me. So experience is the beautiful teacher. I was able to get into the franchise business. I had a very successful franchise. I did networking. So I understand network marketing, right? We've been to the top of compensation plans and we did it. And if you're old school like me, putting pennies in one pocket, 10 pennies in one pocket and moving it to the next. Hold on 1 second. Right? Think about that. I built the direct sales network marketing business people to people in New York City, moving 10 pennies. For those who don't know, what that means is you start the morning with 10 pennies in your pocket. That's 10 prospects. 10 people you're going to speak to about your business or your opportunity, right, for the day. You don't come home until all 10 is moved to the next pocket. Does that make sense? So over the last couple of months in banking and working with clients, a lot of companies went through COVID. They didn't pivot in time, and therefore what? They lost revenue. Some of them are no longer in business. But those who pivoted and adapted change, I want you to put that in your category, right? Change. As business owners, I always talk about there's 5 key areas. One of them is a coach, one of them is learning. You always got to be learning past your current state when you own a business, right? So therefore, I was figuring out how I can help these business owners increase revenue, increase sales without spending too much money for marketing. I couldn't figure it out, all right? I may look young, but I'm in my 40s. So I wasn't too keen on this all TikTok stuff, right? I still haven't downloaded TikTok, right? But we knew what social media has done to businesses. So whether you're in real estate, insurance, you're in retail, you're in B2B, or you're doing business to government, at the end of the day, 2 things matter. How many clients you're going to get, and what's your current revenue model, right? So I came across, somebody messaged me cold turkey about this software I'm about to share with you tonight. That was back in January. It took me less than 10 seconds to say, this is a gold mine. Because one thing I understood about the franchise model in businesses I work with is systems. It's not how talented you are. It's not how well and fabulous your product or service is. It's systems. Do you have a system in place that could be duplicatable with you in it or not? And 2, allows a continuous what? Inflow of potential clients. That's the tool we're going to talk about today. And I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to be completely transparent, right? Because I want you all to get this for what it is, right? Here's Facebook. If you guys can see my screen, put a thumbs up or put a 1 in the chat, right? This is Facebook. Hear me out. I opened my first Facebook account back in 1998 at Baruch College, right? Back then, Facebook was established on a platform to network. Hear me clearly. Facebook was established to network. So rule number 1, takeaway number 1, if you have a Facebook account and it's private, you're not networking, right? So before these tools, I was come on Facebook and all I see and all I saw was what? People's posts of that I'm friends with, that's in my network. But these tools allowed me to do one thing that's very crazy, allowed me to use Facebook for what it is, a business networking tool. 4 billion plus people on Facebook. There's no reason why you're not doing $100,000 a month in your business. You just have to know how to find these individuals and how to what? Target them with the right message. This is where the tools comes in, right? I'm going to talk about 3 tools today. Tool number 1 is the connector. It goes out there and connects people for you. It expands your network. It finds your ideal client or partner for those building a network. Tool number 2, we're going to talk about birthdays. Everybody got a birthday, right? Therefore, use it. I'm going to teach you how to use it. And then tool number 3, we're going to talk about the CRM. Right? We're going to talk about the CRM. Hold on 1 second. Try to mute people, somebody. All right, good. Right? And what that CRM does, no offense to anyone, it labels your friends on Facebook. It labels your network, right? I have personal messages here that people that will never buy from me. I get it, but I put them in a category. Why? Because Facebook for me is a business, right? So let me look in the chat to see which industries we have, and I want to direct it towards those industries. I see coach, I see real estate, 20 years in solar, right? Kurt, you're in my industry, love it, right? And anyone else in different industries. So let's take a look at how you target Facebook. Rule number 1, have an agenda. right? Rule number one, have an agenda. So when you get on Facebook, whether it's for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, have an agenda. What I personally do, again, I'm going to cater it to my personally, right? Is I create campaigns. Think about your business and your industry. I want you to start creating campaigns. Every campaign must have 3 parts: an introduction, a body, and a close or call to action. What the software is going to allow you to do is going to allow you to message hundreds of people a week on autopilot, your ideal target audience, right? Think about right now how many individuals you're messaging on Facebook. Some 10, some 15, maybe a week. You want to scale those numbers. So what I do personally is I write my campaigns down. Again, I'm gonna put it out there. I'm not that smart, right? But it's something called Chat GPT that allows me to duplicate what I wrote. Why do you want to duplicate it? Because the software and Facebook algorithms, you can't copy and paste. Facebook doesn't like that unless you're paying for their ads, right? And I'm not trying to spend thousands of dollars on Facebook ads. You guys with me? So now we go into the connector. First thing we do, we're gonna create segments. Again, for those who are not technical, don't worry about that, right? We have some phenomenal trainers that's gonna walk you through the process. These segments allow you to create different or variations of the same message. For example, again, remember my introduction. Every segment, for example, intro, has a different way of saying hello. Why do you want to say hello? One, it's the nicest thing to say. And two, you setting yourself apart from the rest. How many times can you imagine somebody sending you a message on Facebook, selling you something without saying a simple hello? Right? So we teach you how to create a segment, say hello. Then we teach you how to create the body of your message, and then you're going to have a close or a call to action. That's the hardest part of this deal, guys. So now your campaign for your industry is set. All you got to do now is identify who's your target audience. Give you an example. If I'm in travel, I see a travel agent, right? You can go to Facebook. This is my regular Facebook. You can do it now on your phone. Simply do this. Type in travel, right? Just simple words. I could be selling ice to an Eskimo. If I type in Eskimo, I'm sure there's going to be a group of people on Facebook that likes Eskimos, right? So if I'm in a travel agency business, look at this. 474,000 people on Facebook. Here's the difference with Facebook and any other platform. Facebook still organizes people in groups and niches. All you need to do is identify who that is, right? So now, if I'm marketing travel, I'm not going to call my broke cousin who doesn't even have a passport. Think about it. If you're in insurance and you're looking to build and scale, you might want to target small businesses. There's a group for that. If you're a coach, you're looking for entrepreneurs, there's a group for that. That's your audience, right? Now we call it your ideal avatar, right? Who's your ideal client? So if I'm in a travel business, I'm going to go into groups of people who loves to travel. And we're going to do what? We're going to have a conversation. It's going to be a simple conversation, right? I'm going to say, hey, Erica, how are you? How's it going? I notice that you love to travel. Love to hear about your experience traveling. Regardless if I'm going to sell Erica something in the future about travel, all I care about right now is having a conversation. Are you guys with me? Right? What that does is 2 things. One, remember, we create the scripts already, right? In the background, here's the beautiful thing. It takes me 5 minutes every single morning and 5 minutes before I go to bed, right? I go to people. Why? How many times you join groups you've never visited? We all done it, right? So now I want to go to the people directly who loves my niche, who loves my industry. I click on people, and I select members with things in common. I guarantee you won't find a group on Facebook you don't have members with things in common. Go back to the 6 degrees of separation. Facebook was built on a network. This is my target audience, everyone. People who we have something in common with that loves to travel. Now, here's the beautiful thing. You want to send these individuals messages, and here's where the tools comes in, right? My personal messages and my campaigns have 10 segments with 10 blocks. And again, you'll know what that is. Between my messages, I have 1 million different variations of messages going out to these individuals. 1 million. Took me 10 minutes to do, right? Once I've identified my target audience, I'm going to select every 5 minutes. I want one message to go out for a total of 25. And I'm going to select my campaign. Let's click on anyone. And then what happens when you click on run, let me refresh the page, right? When you click on run, the software is going to do two things that's beautiful. It's going to send a friend request and a personal message to these individuals. Why is that? We are looking for people who's looking for our business. Notice that when I click on run, Phil's going to get a personal message from me as well as a friend request. I want you to think for a second. It took me less than 2 seconds to do that, right? But I can step away from my computer, go play with my kids, go have dinner, go on an appointment. What's happening in the background? Messages are going out to my dear clients. We've been doing this for 9 months. Right? I think, no, 10 months exactly. Going on 11 next week. Right? The results speak for itself. We have insurance agents who was not closing any business at all, is now sending north of 100 to 200 messages every couple of days. Writing 13, 14, 15 policies in less than 2 weeks. What changed? The speed of getting to their target audience. So while you sleeping tonight, right? What if you had 50 messages going out in your business? Tomorrow morning you wake up, you repeat the same process. So while you responding to those messages, guess what's happening? More messages are going out. So when Christine pulls up her back office and her Facebook, she's busy responding to those who responded back to her. And here's where consistency comes in. Imagine sending out 100 messages a day on autopilot, 7 days a week. That's 700 messages. Consistently for 4 weeks, what's that? 2,800 messages going out about your business. I had a client in the beauty space. She says, Hans, I need to scale. I need to build my business. I said, okay, who's your target audience? She said, hair products to African Americans. Let me stop this and I'm going to show you something. Right? So regardless of your industry, let's just put it out there, right? Hair. I don't know, I want to put hair extensions because everybody has them. 98,000 members, 16,000 members, 1,000 members. Your audience is out there. No matter the industry you in, your audience is out there. You just have to get to them with speed. The software does that for you, right? Here's another beautiful thing. Let's say I sell hair extensions. I'm going to decide today I'm going to open up a business selling hair extensions. The minute I put hair on Facebook, guess what pops up? Ads. Anytime you see a post that says sponsored, this company paid Facebook a lot of money to market this ad. So they've done the research, right? They've came up with a beautiful picture, a video, I'm sure, and the key word to get people to look at that ad and comment and engage. I don't have the time or the resources to do that, right? So what will I do with the software? I will create a campaign targeting hair extension ads. And then all you do when you see one of them popped up, you click on these 3 dots. Here's the connector. You click on the connector. Now I'm going to use and borrow their ad spend and retarget their audience. Whoever liked it, smiled it, even the sad face. Think about that. Imagine in your specific industry, you came across an ad that has thousands and thousands of engagements. You want to target that audience. So now you're going to use a connector and retarget them, specifically marketing to what they already want. These are people pretty much knocking down your door and say, hey, I need this. Select me. I want a new hair extension. Not that I want one, but right, you guys with me? That's the power of these tools. It takes the guessing game out of business. Right? So remember what I said, regardless of what industry you in. Right? Kim said, how can you search for ads that target our audience? You simply go to Facebook and you put it. If I'm in insurance, I type in insurance long enough, here's a credit repair one, right? You're gonna come across an ad for insurance. Look at this right here. Talking to the insurance industry. It's simple. Facebook makes it so easy for us to market our services, right? If you know where to look. In addition to that, this is a game changer. Remember, I've been in it in 10 months using the software, right? Last week, I happened to hop on a training call and I learned about Genius Posts. I said, oh my gosh, right? Imagine going to a group and that group has a post that has 500-600 comments. Imagine being able to click on these three dots, right? And then you go to the post, or you go to and you open up the software, and you can automatically send a message to every single person who commented on that post, on the actual post itself, right? Shelly's a coach here in Baltimore. Imagine she goes to a post where people are looking for what? Business coaching. And that post was done by Tony Robbins with 5,000-10,000 comments. Imagine with a simple click. Let me guys show this. Like, this is getting me excited. I learned this 2 days ago, guys, right? Right? Let me go to one of these groups because I'm getting excited. Right? So imagine, here's a post here. This has 89 comments. Whatever he's talking about, I don't know, right? Imagine coming in here, not gonna, you save the post, but where's the tool, right? Imagine clicking on, I'm gonna just upload this tool so you guys can see it in action. All right, don't worry. All of these tools, you'll learn how to use them, right? You'll learn how to use these tools, so don't worry. So I'm gonna refresh my Facebook. This is Sunset Coastal Innovations, right? If this post read to my target audience, imagine clicking on these three dots. You click on Genius Posts, and what that's gonna do, you're gonna be able to create a new message that automatically sends a reply to all 300 people. Think about that. If you're building a team and you see a work from home post that has thousands of comments, imagine one click, every single person gets a message from you. That's the connector, right? Let's move on. Product number 2 I'm gonna talk about is birthdays. Everybody has a birthday. Me personally, I don't have the time to message people on Facebook, happy birthday. I would love to. I just don't have the time. So I use the birthday post. Why do I love this? Think about if you haven't spoken to somebody in a long time on Facebook, right? You can't just approach them and say, hey, Maritza, you want to buy XYZ product, right? You just can't. People are people at the end of the day. So the soft way to do so is what? You send them a birthday message the day of their birthday. It does two things. It opens up the algorithm. So if you make a post on Facebook and nobody's liking or commenting your post, they can't see it. Because if you're not in constant communication with your network, Facebook cuts you off from your network. So birthday is your way to go back in and build that relationships. Right? Here's how it works. Every message you create is your own words. We just teach you the tools in the process. It's your messages. So I create pre-birthday messages, right? Simple messages that goes out to my followers on Facebook or my friends on Facebook the day, 7 days before their birthday, right? And not only that, the day of their birthday, they're going to get a special birthday card on their Facebook wall. Here's an eye opener for a lot of you guys. If you're in the travel, if you're in the insurance space, if you're in retail, if you're building a team, if you're a coach, I want you to think about this, right? Imagine creating your own birthday image. Happy birthday, blah, blah, blah. If you're in travel, put a background photo of Greece or Mexico, whatever the case is, right? If you're in the insurance space, put something with insurance. If you're in coaching, put a motivational post. But on the bottom of each image is your logo, is your brand, is your contact information. You sincerely said happy birthday to the individual, but guess what? Their network is saying, uh-oh, right? Keisha's in this business. She's an MLO. Let me target it, right? Nadia's doing this. Jeannie's doing this. Think about the pure possibilities of having something automated. But more importantly, your friends get to say, hey, thank you for the birthday wish. So 7 days before, if you're on my network, I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna say this now. It's my words. It's just automated, right? It's gonna come to you in sincerely my words, but I've developed a system with these tools to touch every single person on my Facebook. Again, it's a network. Now, how do you organize all of these contacts that's coming in? Simple, right? You start labeling your network. As people enter your process, right? Process of operations, right? Somebody comes into your business, whether they're a prospect or they're a client, you move them to a label. Think about a big file cabinet. It just said this file cabinet has 4 billion plus people. So if you're building a team, think duplication. If you're building a team, think duplication. If 10 people in your network is sending 50 messages a day or 50 prospects a day, that's 500 messages going out about your business, your industry. Consistency, 7 days a week, right? That's 3,500 messages about your business. If somebody's brand new, they burnt out their friends and family. We all been there. Shift their focus, not on go create 100 lists of names. They're not going to do it. Shift their focus and say, hey, let's target Facebook. There's 4 billion plus people on Facebook. And the beautiful thing about the software, guys, it's not shy. It's going to send a message to every single person. Next, 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 next. Why is that important? Hate to say it, but some people are scared to build their business. Right? Think about what you have. It's not a lack of resources. I tell my clients that all the time. You're either scared to build your business or you straight up lazy. Right? But automation could take a lazy person and have them create $100,000 business. So we need to adapt to the new way of doing business. If you're looking to scale, the notion of fast money, right? No, you want fast money. If somebody tell you don't go out there fast and make money, no, tell them I want to make $100,000, right? You just want a system to do so, right? So now what this allows me to do is, look at this. You start labeling your network. Because you want your network who's going to what? Support you and uplift you and help you expand and build your business. Yeah, you're going to have the family and friends on there who don't support you no matter what. We get that. But that's not your focus. Your focus is what? Building the network, building your brand, right? So what that does here, same thing. You can create personal messages, right? I had an insurance agent. When they got to this part and I'm doing a one-on-one training, I tell them, listen, how many deals you sold in the last couple of months? Less than 5, they said. I said, why? Nobody will buy from me, right? How many people hit all the time, right? You got the fabulous product, right? Great resources, but nobody's going to buy from you. I said, have you reached out to your network? Yeah, they won't buy from me. I said, what did you do? Well, I posted on my wall every single day I sell insurance. Nobody wanted it. Going back to business strategies, right? So I said, here, what you're going to do? We're going to create simple messages in the segments. And here's my exact words, right? Verbatim. The message is going to have an introduction. Hello, Kelly. Hello, Tony. Hello, Maritza. Hi, how are you? Whatever the case is. The body of the message, I want you to say something very simple. It's been a while since we connected on Facebook. First, I want to make sure you're still on. And how's the family? How's life, right? Lately, I've been expanding my insurance practice across the country. I know you don't need insurance. I know you don't need to travel. I know you don't need a life coach, a mentor. I get it, right? Think about it. You fill in the blank, whatever industry you are. But because of our growth, should you know anyone looking to get into the insurance business, looking for additional income, or even looking to get a review of their current insurance, kindly send them over to me. That was the message. Simplified. Something about when you bypass an individual, they're going to turn around and say, wait a minute, how come you're not asking me if I want to work, if I need additional income? You guys with me? He ran the broadcast for 14 days, closed over 23 deals, policies in his business. What changed? The software does not care who the message gets to. The same way Coke and Pepsi don't care if you've seen their commercials 100 times. The software is not shy about doing business. You guys with me? So he ran the broadcast and 100 messages a day going to your current network, right? Think about what we just went over. I just shared with everybody on this call how to scale their business using tools. I didn't invent these tools. I'm gonna use them myself, right? I'm a user, right? And I've seen personally the results. I have individuals in here with no network that's built a what 10,000 plus income in this business with no network, right? I know I could see some coaches. We have Coach Erica, who's one of the best coaches in this business in the travel space. She'll probably share with you her personal testimony. We had a marketing client, and I love this story, right? This is a marketer. Their business is what? Helping other businesses market and pay ads on Facebook. They're using this software to attract clients, and they recently, a couple weeks ago, closed a $36,000 client. Right? I had another coach who messaged me. I'm not going to pull her out, but she's 30 days in the system. I think it was like day around 28, 29. She goes, Hans, you know what? I was thinking about canceling this software because I wasn't getting any traction. Here's what I want you guys to think. Think big business. Every marketing strategy, every strategy you do for business development takes at least 90 days to work. It's not going to turn over and get a quick return immediately. She said, you know what? I'm not canceling. I said, why not? I just got a $5,000 coaching client. Think about it, right? And what's beautiful about this community is all business owners in different industries, and we share resources, we share scripts, we share right messages that works. So when you plug in, you start to learn every single day how to build your business and how to scale. Right? How much does the software cost? I'll pull it up. Again, I'm transparent. There's 3 plans: starter package, advanced, and platinum. As business owners, I say stay away from starter. Why? You don't get a coach. Some of you are too busy. You need someone to walk with you and hold your hands and teach you how to get your system up and running in your first 30 days. Right? Because every business strategy has a game plan. I say go with the advanced or the platinum. Some of the tools I'll share with you tonight is part of the platinum package. Right? I just wanted the platinum because it sounds good. That's just me. Right? But you can choose whatever you want. What's the difference? The advanced, you get all of these tools. After 30 days, the advance goes to 167 per month. Let me repeat, 167 per month. Add that to your budget. Figure it out. The platinum goes to 267 per month, and it's increasing. Right? Why do I point that out? The advance in the platinum gives you a one-on-one coach to help you onboard, to understand your industry, to understand your ideal target client. And they create messages for that audience. Are you guys with me? That's powerful. So we talking about less than a meal in DC. You're going to get a system that's going to bring thousands of dollars to your business. And it's going to automate the process. So if you're building a team, right? If you're looking to expand, if you're in the insurance field, you can go to insurance agents on Facebook. Watch this, right? Because if I'm looking to build an insurance brokerage, I want licensed agents. 118,000 members, 8,000 members, 13,000 members. The people we want to attract in our business already exist. So these tools prevent us from chasing around the Joe Schmoes and the people that won't do anything. Right? The industry you in, the business you in pays big. But you need a system and a process to attract those individuals and go out there and build your specific business. I'm going to open it up. I can't even see the chat. I'm going to open it up for any questions. I know we have Coach Erica on. I don't know if I want to put in the spotlight, if you want to say one or two things about what it's done for you and your business. I'd love to hear. And I know we have Woodford as well, if you want to pop up and just share what the software has done for your business. I'd love for you guys to share, and be transparent with the audience we have. Hold on, you're on mute. How do I unmute everyone? Hold on. Let me just stop sharing. All right, can you unmute, Erica? No, hold on.
Okay, am I unmuted now?
You're unmuted. Go ahead, girl.
Thank you, Hans. What a presentation. Amazing. This software is exactly what every business owner needs. If you are trying to increase your team, increase your clients, increase your customers, this is what you need to use. It will help you keep organized. It'll help you keep consistent and focused. This is what every business owner needs. Absolutely. And if you're looking for that extra time, this will help you create extra time in your life to be able to do the things that you need to do and will want to do. So this has completely changed my whole world. I'm going on 3 years now using the software. I love it. I'm not going anywhere because it is the best thing out there. There's nothing better. Believe me, I've researched and I continue to all the time. This is the best, hands down. And the training that we have, the classes, the assistance, the chats, open 24 hours a day to help you anytime you want. The content that you need to help you, it is amazing. You cannot find this any other place. I love it.
No, I appreciate it. Just answer some questions in the chat. You can have 50 businesses. You can use the same software, same tools, right? You just have to create the message, right? So don't think I'm in one business, this is it. No, you can have whatever many businesses you have. If I decide to sell iPhones today, there's a market out there for iPhones, right? Remember, it's tools. The days are gone where you got to go beg and search and message people, right, about your business. Whatever niche you in, go to Facebook. There's a group for it. I made a joke the other day that I'm going to start selling frogs. I looked up, there's frog lovers. Who would have thought, right? So whatever you marketing, there's something on it on Facebook, right? Will, I see you driving. I met Wilfred in this using the software. He's been using it longer than me. He's a truck driver, guys, and he's building his business on the road on automation. Right? So this just goes to share with you, regardless of your background, right? These tools and coaches like Erica will walk you through the process. All you need to do is decide. You already know what you've been doing for all of 2023. You know how many team members you have if you're building a business. You know who's active and who's not. Now you have a system to help them move along. All right. I'll open it up for any questions, comments, but get back to the individual who invited you out and they'll get you a special link and get you your own software. All right. So just get back to them and then we'll go from there. But I'll open up for any questions. Remember, you guys are brand ambassadors, you're business builders, right? So don't be shy now. You're going to be in a boardroom one day and they're going to say, hey, what's your $1 million idea? You better spit it in 30 seconds. Questions. Talk to me. I won't bite.
Hey, Hans, question.
Hey, coach.
Hey, oh, somebody else Okay. All right. So hey everybody, I'm Shelly Eldridge. I do business coaching for businesses, entrepreneurs. I am growing my business and I love what I do. And I'm super excited to be on here because I'm trying to figure out how many folks am I supposed to message per day using this software? I love this so much. Like I need this. I need it big time.
And a great question, Coach. Here's what you do, guys. If you're not sending currently 50 to 100 messages on Facebook per day, we say start small. Start with 10, right? Why do you want to start with 10? Facebook makes billions of dollars on ads. The last thing they want all of their users to do is out of nowhere send 2, 3, 400 messages a day. You start with 10 and you scale. You guys with me? You start small and then you scale, right? Somebody said, Hans, I want to do it right now. Cool, right? Facebook won't like it. But if you scale, what's going to happen in 3 months, in 4 months? You're going to be doing 100 messages a day. Think about it, right? What's going to happen in 6 to 9 months? You're going to be doing 200 messages a day. That's 1,400 messages a week. So just go with the process, right? Scale to get to that magic number. Great question. Any other questions you guys have? I see a hands up. Hope for Financial Group.
Yes, sir. Good evening. Thank you for this presentation. I just have two quick questions. The first one is kind of related to Shelly's question. I message a lot, and the issue I have is Facebook will block because I do. So how does it not know that this is the software? Like how will we still incur those same issues? Because even if, learning to wait and stagger, learning to differentiate what I say to start the conversation, all of those things to not get blocked, I still find myself, not being able to message for 24 hours, 48 hours, etc. So does this software work around that is my first question.
Yeah, a couple things, right? Certain keywords trigger Facebook, right? Money, income, whatever the case is, will trigger Facebook. So first thing we do is we teach to have different messages, right? So for example, that's why I said in my campaigns, each of my campaigns, I have more than 100,000 different messages. Why is that? Because the software will take one introduction, one body, and one close. My body, I have 4 different bodies in a message, right? So now Facebook is looking for repeats, right? Do you have the same messages going out, right? Or if you're sending out 20 messages, do all 20 of those messages start off the same way or end the same way? The beautiful thing about the way I set the messages is that's 100,000 different ways of going out. And we teach that. Trust me, when I first got started, I got blocked multiple times from Facebook, right? They put me in 2 weeks, right? Notice 20, whatever the case is, right? But I understood that was part of the process. I had to learn Facebook's system. They're not just going to open up their 4 billion plus people for you without any consequences, right? So, coach, even the coach Erica will teach you is that we scale, we teach. Then we start to identify which groups have your ideal clients. So now when you come in here and you're searching for insurance clients, for example, right? You're looking at how many times this group posts a day, right? Do they have a lot of activities? And when they do post, what are they posting about? Right? So we teach you how to identify certain groups, how to identify the people. And as far as scripts goes, we give the scripts away, right? So all I always say with my scripts is there's 4 billion people on Facebook, right? So we share the scripts that work, right?
Okay.
These are all scripts, different industries, to build engagements, not to sell, to build engagements and conversations. So I give these scripts away. We all do. Why? Because we want you to have success, right? So if you getting clients and you're building your business and you're building your team and you see the duplication process going, you're going to keep using the software. Does that make sense? So we want you to win. So that,
Yep, it makes perfect sense. Thank you.
yeah.
And then the second part of my question, I guess, was more targeted toward Erica. I love testimonials. Those always tend to get me. So I just wanted to ask Erica, you know, she mentioned using the services for 3 years. As far as like bottom line growth, kind of what percentage do you think you've seen as far as like increase in income?
Is Erica still on? She might have dropped for
Oh, okay.
training. All right,
Okay, gotcha.
but I could probably share with you one of my testimonies.
Okay.
So I run a lot of solar campaigns, right? Because I'm in
Uh-huh.
the solar business, so I target, homeowners. One client turned out to be a $27,000 solar deal,
Okay.
right? The software itself, you saw the price for the software,
Yeah,
all
dude.
right? So I just closed a deal in New Jersey that was from one of the campaigns. But
Okay.
my target is different, right? So depending on the industry, I see you in financial group, you doing insurance, investments.
I do a few things, business credit, personal credit, mortgages, coaching. My husband's working on insurance right now,
Oh, okay.
real estate investing. So a few things, but I guess that's why I was asking. So like a $27,000 deal, I probably wouldn't get that in either of my businesses, right?
Right.
But
But for
like,
insurance, for
mhm,
example, oh, perfect. I'm glad you brought up insurance. Are you familiar with Arturo Johnson?
no, mm-mm,
Arturo Johnson spends over $100,000 a month on ads,
okay,
right? If you're in the insurance field, you'll
my
get to know
husband,
who he
okay,
is and what he does.
okay,
So what you can actually do, you can follow him. I think which one is his page? One of these are his page. When you
okay,
follow him, now you can go to his page and then retarget his audience and make that audience yours, right?
understood.
Because a lot of insurance agents are spending $300, $400, $500 per lead, a
Mhm,
qualified lead. This system gives you organic leads
understood.
without
Okay,
without spending the money, right? If
okay,
you do mortgages, right? If you're in real estate, you want to target homeowners. Well, I live in Frederick County here in Maryland, right? So I can simply pull up on Facebook, Frederick, Maryland. So let's say
mhm,
I'm in the real estate space, right? Here's a group, Everything Frederick, 100,000 members.
No
My
link into your
message,
screen.
oh, you can't
okay.
see? Oh, hold on a second.
Not sharing.
Yeah, it's just showing you.
All right, here you go. Right, if I'm in the real estate space, this group has 100. Can you guys see it now?
Yes,
This
yes,
has
sir.
107,000 members. So before targeting this group, I will create a simple, warm message. Right? Hi, my name is Hans. I work in service, right, homeowners here in the Frederick area for real estate. You may be in the market now, you may not be, but I'd love to have a conversation, share some information and some insight about the real estate market. You're looking to have conversations, and
Okay,
eventually those conversations will lead to your what? Your book of business,
yep,
whether it's a now client or a future client. EXP uses this system, right? Berkshire Hathaway uses this system. Why? Imagine putting an open house, and now you can go to this open house, ad, and then retarget their open house if you guys have an open house as well. So there's many use cases for these tools. It's just a matter of understanding how to use it for your industry and your businesses. But that's why you have the coach to guide you along the way.
okay, perfect. Thank you so
Yeah,
much for clarifying.
no, absolutely.
Mhm.
Any other questions? I don't want to keep you guys too long. Questions? When you get blocked, I challenge all the blocks, right? If anytime I get blocked on Facebook, I challenge it. Right, just challenge it. Any other questions? I think we're gonna wrap it up. Was this helpful?
Yes.
All right. So just get back to the individual who shared this with you. There's a lot more to learn about the system and these tools. Again, it's a tool, right? You can have a brand new Ferrari. If you don't know how to drive it, right, it's not gonna work. So we just want to just share this out there. I'm using it. People are having success with these tools. It's a different way of thinking, but 2024 is going to change your numbers because now you have the tool. You already have the company and the business that right. You marketing. You just now have a way to scale and do it faster. All right. I'm Hans. You guys can always reach out. I'm an open book. I love to see others win, so just feel free to reach out.